Firstly, the interagency agreement, there's a whole host of agreements in place. Obviously, the training is important. We need to make sure that our training, that our firefighters go through are at the same level as what they have over in their country.
Sorry, is this an ongoing
Yes,
arrangement in the event that
that's
a
correct,
fire
yeah.
breaks down?
That's correct. So part of this interagency agreement, one vests on training. They come over, they look at our training, at our curriculum, etc. But secondly, also our management, they also manage their fire suppression through an incident command system or an IC system, which we also use. So all our managers and the crew that are there must also need to be competent in that. It's not just a question of picking up the phone and say, okay, we've got firefighters in South Africa, let's call them and come over there. It doesn't work that way. There needs to be an arrangement in place, training, as I said, management, also the logistics around it. You don't just take people from one country to another country. What's the equipment that is being used there? The equipment they use is different from what we use here. So that also needed to be made clear, and training needed to be done on that level. Last year in July, we had a group of 48 firefighters that went over to Alberta, and I think that was really the start of putting the nuts and bolts together of this particular operation. Last year there were crews from the US, from Mexico, from Australia, from New Zealand. This morning we learned also that I think those same crews are there. There are firefighters from America there. There are firefighters from Mexico, etc. What we do know, I think, is that our contingent of firefighters is the largest from an international point of view. And largely it's got to do with the fact that South Africa is one of a few countries in the world, and if you ask me to name the others, I won't be able to, but we pride ourselves on the fact that we have a full-time professional veld and forest firefighting teams. Just bear in mind that these firefighters are not structural firefighters. They're not what we call the red brigade that goes into a building when a building is on fire. We have a full-time firefighting resources in this country. Right now we've got about 4,500 firefighters at 200 bases throughout the country that are ready for our winter fire season. So when it comes to international or interagency agreements, because we have a full-time setup, it just makes it easier for the country that is requesting it, that yes, we do have adequate trained resources on the ground.